It says 78.6% of people who are watching right now are not subscribed. Take the 1 second, subscribe, support your local hood rat dude. Thanks, peace easy. I mean, let's start the video. How are we supposed to test when it's snowing out? What the hell? We're back today. We're going to do some more testing on this thing. I did a lot more reading on the Honda. I did a lot more playing around, and I think I've got some more stuff figured out with it. I did get my stickers in. Look at them. That's me. Ah! I remember in the last video we hit about 5 pounds of boost on the boost gauge, and then you guys said that these wastegates are about 5 pound springs. So to put that to the test, I loosened these off fully, and then I put 2 turns on this nut and pulled the actuator, so there's actual bit of tension on this actuator, so any little bit of movement isn't gonna open the wastegate right away. I'm hoping that'll hold more boost. We still have the race fuel in it, and let's get the laptop set up. I'm so excited just to drive it, even though it's snowing outside. So yeah, I got a GoPro on my head. I spent a lot of time just trying to navigate the S300. Learning where everything is, trying to change all the tables so it's something that I like. Right now I'm working on trying to get the air fuels. Instead of being a Voltit or a Lambda, I'm just trying to get them to an air fuel because in my head, air fuel numbers make sense more than Lambda numbers do, even though Lambda's like super way easier because it's like 0.8 is good and 1 is stoic, and then like above that it's lean, but just doing what I gotta do. There we go. I just had to reset it. Now I got it from Lambda to air fuel numbers. So now we can start there. We have 1 error code. I believe it's intake air temp. Yeah, we don't have that hooked up. So we can do a data log, look at our thing, and make changes from there. And that is the basics to our tuning. See how shit the roads are right now too. I'm just waiting for the coolant temp to come up. It's only at 132. I think it hits boost cut before 140, so the guy on the roof's giving me a weird look. Quick little pull. We hit 5 pounds of boost still. All right, my GoPro died, but I believe we hit 6 pounds of boost on the gauge. Our map isn't actually like dialed in perfectly, so it reads like when the car is off, I think it reads like -1 mercury whatever a vacuum. So here's our log from our last one, and so we go full throttle here. We're at 1 pound of boost at 4,500. 1.8 psi at 4,800, 5,000 we're at 2.7. And remember you have to remember last test session our map only read 3.1 before we made any changes. So our air fuel is 11.8, 23 degrees of timing on race gas at 5,000 RPM, 2.7 psi, and we're at 5,800. We're at 3.5, so we already broke our last PSI record there. Up to 4.0 at 6,600 RPMs. Still 11.4 air fuels. 23 degrees ignition timing. That might be a little bit much. I might take some out. 4.1 PSI is our peak for now. So once again, we're trying to test in shit Canadian weather. We have studded winter tires on the front, actually. But we really got some diagnosing to do because it's not making sense why they're not making more boost than that. I'm gonna hook up my air compressor. I'm gonna try and turn the regulator all the way down. And there goes the heater. And I'm just gonna unplug one of these wastegate lines and see how much pressure it takes to actually open it. Well, that's not very accurate at all. This isn't gonna be the be-all, end-all of tests now. Just trying to diagnose things. Better to diagnose it now than be on the dyno with Brent and not be able to make any boost, so. Okay, let's see if we can tee in like a pressure gauge or something here. Do I have a pressure gauge? So this is gonna be our little makeshift thing. We have a 100 PSI gauge. It's not gonna be super accurate, but it does include like a 10 pound increment on it. So anything less than 10 pounds will know this thing is like a really weak spring. Okay, so it's fully open at 5 PSI. You see that? I hope you guys can see it. Let me readjust this camera here. Keep an eye on that. I'll put this right like here. Now we'll do this real quick. You can see that this line right here references 10 PSI. We don't even come near it. And you can see the wastegate is fully open. So, in fact, according to this gauge, it's fully open at like, I don't know, yeah, 5 pounds. Not even come close to 10 pounds and it's all the way actuated. So now we've got to come up with a solution for that. See, I didn't anticipate this because right here in the specs it says internal wastegate is a 12 PSI wastegate. You can see here, 12 PSI wastegate. And I was like, 12 PSI would probably be plenty, but 5 not enough. So that's why we're like, it's just tapering off boost, even though it wants more boost. And it can be slow spool time because as soon as it hits like 1 to 3 pounds, it seems like those are opening. Now, because it is such a small turbo, I'm not sure if they calibrate that wastegate spring size by the overall boost on a 1.8, because a 1.8 is only going to run one of these turbos. And I can guarantee you that it probably, it's probably a 5 pound spring in it, but the wastegate flapper is fully open and it's just like boost creeping itself up to 12 pounds. I'm probably sure that's the case. Here's my simple hood rat solution just to test my theory. We block off, okay, that one's not gonna work because that was backwards. So what we're gonna do actually here is just block off and run the wastegate open to see if we can build any more boost faster. Exhaust back pressure is still gonna push these wastegates open on the flappers, but I will set boost cut to like 10, 12 pounds. Just as a safety measure, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a pull and see if we can climb a little bit past where we've been hitting at our stuck point. And if we can, that means the engine is fully capable of spinning over these turbos. It's just the wastegate actuators are not working in our favor. So if that all works, maybe we'll make some sort of boost control setup for all 4 of them, and we can go on from that. So we'll go back out and test it one more time, and hopefully no one calls the cops on us. Put our helmet cam back on and try this again. Handbrake turn! Yes! Let's do hood rod shit! Turbo's already spooling! Go! Yep, we hit 10 pounds, baby! That feels like more power! More power, baby!
And more power, baby! More power, baby!
Oh yeah. This is what we've been waiting for. Bam, bam, bam. Our test was a success. We made more boost. I seen it hit 10 pounds on the gauge before I let out at like 6,000 RPM. We have the laptop. We'll get the actual logistics because I like to say things are bigger than they actually are, especially to my girlfriend. Log 6, baby. Oh boy, that's a lot to look through. This looks like our biggest one right here. Here it goes. 1.6 pounds of boost, 4,700 RPMs. Still 2.1, 2.8, 5,000 RPM, 4.1, 5.8, that's a new record. 6.6 at 5,500, 7.2 at 57, 7.7 at 6,000, 9.9 PSI at 6,500 RPMs, and then it held 9.9. I think we let out though. TPS is 83% now, so we were letting out right about here. We let out at 6,200, 8.6, and we still made 9.9. Hey, that's exciting! Except for the fact that we have to figure out how we're going to control the boost in these things. I have a feeling that when we get to the dyno, those wastegate hoses are coming off, and we're just going to run whatever it can run. We're just gonna full send it. Moon tune, baby. I have a feeling like the wastegate flappers are just gonna open themselves up, because I'm trying to explain this the best way I can, the easiest way I can. Inside this wastegate here, there's a diaphragm, a rubber diaphragm, and it's this round, whatever the diameter of this is, and the surface area of the rubber is. And if you put 5 psi on top of the surface area of that rubber, it's enough to overcome the weight of this spring. Now, there's also a circle where this wastegate flapper is, but the diameter of it is only about half the size. So, your exhaust back pressure can still manage to put enough pressure on that little circle to overcome the weight of this spring. So, the turbos might actually regulate themselves from the wastegate flapper with excessive exhaust back pressure. It's not ideal. We're gonna try and get a setup in the front, whether it's a boost controller or like a manual boost controller or something in the front, but that is big headway. I also did not check to see what our timing and air fuel was to make sure that we were safe. 11.5 air fuels. Our injector duty cycle was 72%. We might need bigger injectors. I might borrow some from someone. Someone's got 1,000 cc sitting around somewhere. 19 degrees of timing. 11.5 air fuels, and 8.6 pounds of boost, which is perfectly fine in my books anyways. What do I know? I'm not a tuna. Trying to get all those best angles. We got vice grips here, and then we clamped onto the vice grips. And I'm trying to use fishing line to secure the GoPro just in case it falls off. But I can't tie knots, so if you can't tie knots, just tie lots. The best angles, baby. One more test. Let's just see if it'll hit 15 pounds. Why not? Well, we're getting the good footage, right? I think this is our first real test of like driving it around and getting it hot, because the exhaust sides of the turbos are actually starting to like bake the paint off them kind of. And we hit boost cut at 15 pounds of boost. Sorry, not sorry. I guess she's getting the moon tune. That's with no wastegate lines hooked up too, so we might have to put some sort of boost controller in it. And I purposely set boost cut so it would hit it. Well, that's not fucking good. I'm like, where's my phone at? And I'm looking around, looking outside and everything. It's right here, underneath my tire. How did I do this? Now let's see if it's for sure broken as fuck. Yep. Awesome. Let's go buy a new phone, I guess. Looking at the floor over here, I can see like a little bit of oil in the water because it's like rainbow. So I don't know if we have a little oil leak or is it residual oil from something, but turn that off. Let's go ahead and look at our log again. This one is like 1 minute into my run. Boost cut was set at 12 pounds here, and we hit 12.2 pounds. So we can definitely make the boost. Oh shit, my laptop is dying. But I believe we hit 15 pounds of boost as well. Maybe right here. There it is, that's our biggest one. 14.9 pounds at 6,100 RPMs. It hit boost cut though, that's why it's down RPM. It probably would have been a bit higher than that. realistically. Yeah, 6,400 RPMs, 14.3 pounds. 16 degrees ignition timing, 11.8 air fuel. So looks like we're all good there. And the other thing is VTEC is not enabled because I don't have a speed sensor. I tried enabling it, it didn't want to work. So I'll let the tuner figure that out. I just needed to make sure that we were going to create enough boost that when we went to the dyno, it's not a waste of time to do it. So now it's just to button things up, get some sort of boost control on here, because we should probably try and control boost before we send it to the moon. And I think it's ready for the dyno numbers, to be honest. It was stupid pig rich at the top end afterwards. I don't know why. Maybe I blew something up. I don't know. We can do a compression check as well to see if we heard anything. Oh, that could be an issue as well. Look, our duty percent is 99, so that's it. We're out of fuel. We need bigger injectors. We maxed out our 550s. So just like typical Kyle, did not make an outro. I did end up buying a new Google Pixel 4 to give this a try. One issue I had with my old phone was that I had a hard time getting videos off my computer onto the iPhone. It's just a lot of bullshit. So hopefully this helps a lot with uploading like videos from my camera to Instagram and stuff like that, so you can guys get previews of videos. Huge shout out to Virginia. She actually redesigned our whole like merch store thing here. She added a whole bunch of new decals. Yeah, we have like shirts, stickers. We even got the Civic sticker pack. So huge shout out to her. Anything you guys buy on here, it helps towards getting Brent to come out to tune the car. So I really appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed, guys. We want to hit that like 100,000 subscriber goal, lifetime goal. But it probably won't be a lifetime goal because once I hit it, I'll be like, I want more. That's just the way it goes. Peace easy, get that V. Make sure you do hood rat shit too, because it's fun.